Okay. No. That should be okay. Not brilliant. Right, so as you know, sometimes my mother is sometimes not really a person for change. Now, I've got to say I'm a little bit that way. I don't like change too much. But after uh, our last visit to Carver's Fish and Chip Restaurant on Ashby High Street, which was a week last Thursday, and I was a bit underwhelmed with the cod and chips I had. I didn't have any curry sauce, there's lashings of salt and vinegar, but it just didn't. There was a delay in getting it because I spotted beef lasagna, and that took a little bit longer to cook than so our dish got held up, and I got it. I'm like a bit, and then Gushy went, you know something, I'm a bit bored with you know the same old, and I went, you know something, so am I to a degree. When the fish, especially the batter, was like top bollocks, like nice and crunchy and almost honeycomby and all that, and the flesh underneath was cooked. It's absolute perfection. That was a different story. That was like, oh, can't wait to get to Carver's. But I just was a little bit anyway. So I, with an idea of rotating places to go. Taco Bell, maybe one of them. At least I would make it semi-regular. So I might alternate between one of them being Taco Bell, the next one being the Magnolia Cafe and Restaurant. So I said Valandys, which we've been to once before, and this lovely, mature Cypriot woman. It seemed to be she was the only person there that I could see behind the scenes, preparing orders and making brews and checking the temperatures as the stuff is in the fryer. So my mother went for fried fried spam, a spam fritter. Spam fritter with, I mean, the chips, chunky chips. So she had a spam fritter and chips. She gave me half her chips, but I didn't eat them. I was stuffed in the end. Gusha went for well, I suggested this hot chicken salad, but she found the chicken was a bit dry, and there were fragments of bone in it. So she liked it, but I was keen. But I said to mother, why don't we get a couple of like fish cakes, so we can three of us have a little slice? And oh my God, what a revelation! Mother had a try. She went, oh, that's lovely. And so obviously the original idea was for our very rare midweek flesh this forthcoming Thursday was to go to Scalini's, just off the high street. Just up where there's that game shop on the corner and that west. And I said to her, we'll come here again, because I want to try chips with the fish cakes, and I say how many fish cakes, and I says, oh, I'm gonna ask for. Is it possible to have two and a slightly reduced portion of chips? Because they are absolutely. Mind you, say that the chips are chunky enough to fill you, but that one fish cake. I mean, I just maybe have two fish cakes. They're beautiful when you cut into it. Because I saw her. I went to order another coffee or something, paying cash. They don't do that tap business. And I could see her taking these two biggish size fish cakes out at the fryer and sticking the temperature gauge in the thermometer thing. So she was making sure that it was at the correct temperature and that it was firmly cooked. Homemade fish cakes. And I says, yeah, because I want to try that. I might say to her, how many fish cakes do you have? Is it one? I said, well, if it's a slightly increased charge, you can somehow work it out. If you possibly could have two fish cakes and just reduce the chips a little bit. Because it probably might get to the point where I'll have both fish cakes and go. But wow, Valandys with the red frontage. I think my mother asked her, where do you come from? I detect an accent. She goes, oh, I'm from Cyprus. But my God, honestly, man, them fish cake. I mean, the small fish I had, it was a small fish, but I tell you something, it was lovely. The batter wasn't too hard. It was firm enough, but soft and firm same time. The flesh underneath was cooked okay. I ate that before I even touched the chips. But obviously, having probably the equivalent of nearly a fish cake as well meant that 80% of the chips went for, forget it. I waved the white flag and gave up. So it's going to be like this. So we're doing Valandys this Thursday. Week 2 will be Scalini's. Week 3 will be Carver's. Week 4 probably either Taco Bell. And then week 1 Valandys. Week 2 Scalini's. Week 3 Carver's. Week 4 maybe Magnolia Cafe and Restaurant. So obviously some of them won't affect you because you're only applicable to pre-shop noshers and pre-flesh noshers. Let's get some Crabendale from the fridge. So I'm going to kind of write down a little rota. Because like I said to mother when we were sat inside. Oh, one thing I will say about Valandys, she must be something like Greek Orthodox or something, or something devout Christian, which is no problem. Because you in the usually there's like background music, and a lot of it was gospels type songs, like cover versions, like ones that Elvis sang and one that Johnny Cash sang in an episode of Columbo. Show Me the Light or something. And I also noticed when I went to ask for another coffee, and that's when I saw her testing the temperatures of the homemade fish cakes as we take them out of the fryer. There was a little cardboard cutout thing with like tea coasters in them. You put your mugs on, all with biblical references on them. But I tell you something, she don't. Apart from that, she ain't ramming. She ain't like an evangelical preach, nothing like that. All that stuff. She leaves. It's not like going to a chapel or anything like that. It's a professional fish and chip restaurant with a takeaway bit. And so there's no talk of Jesus Christ or cross. There's no religious talk at all. But when my mother, she said, it's spam club, but no, I don't want to. Then she went, oh, I'll have a try a little bit. So even though she wasn't going to, she ended up having a little sample of the fish cake, and she went, ooh. I mean, the other day, what do we do? Oh yeah, this is nothing to do with Valandys on Scunthorpe High Street where we're going to on Thursday. So I'll pick you up, Valandys. We might go to butchers but we might go butchers on the Friday. We don't necessarily have to go. We might go from there to Carver's, not the Carver's, Asda or Sainsbury's. Probably to Sainsbury's. So Gusher can have a. This is like for you to get my box of ale for your taxi fare. Gusher can have a look round to you, or to whoever it is. I'll have a look at what if they have any, if they have Carling on offer, or I'll see what's on offer anyway for your taxi fare, and then we can get our own. But then again, I'll have to have a look. I know there's, like I said in my earlier videos, there's at Asda 5 big bottles of lager that's over 600 millilitres for 10 quid. I'm gonna get five of them for myself, and then obviously 4 bottles of beer for 7 quid. And that should be sufficient for the night. But obviously, like I said in my earlier videos, bring 2 or 3 tins of Carlsberg as an emergency reserve. There's probably a 95% chance that he won't even touch them, so that you'll end up taking them back to Castle Horn. I'm going to have a butcher at Sames anyway, see if they have a similar offer to Asda. But at least I know at Asda, say they do Fuller's London Pride, whereas I know Sainsbury's has at least another 3 varieties from the Fuller's brand, as I've said before. 1645, ESB, and Griffin Gold, as well as London Pride, and that's that 4 for 7 quid. So I know that Asda and Sainsbury's has that same for the 4 for 7. For me, the deciding vote could be if Sainsbury's has a similar offer on the large size lagers like the Cobra, Tiger, that Japanese one, Ashai or something, Ashia, or it is. The one that I think sponsor Man City's training jerseys. And it'll be obviously Tisky, Limposh Lager, and maybe Lek. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube because this is probably way too big. But it'll be way too big for Instagram anyway. So probably Facebook and YouTube. So I'm going to have a butcher's. I'm going to have a last sup of Asda's exceptional single origin freeze-dried coffee. Which one have I tried? Oh, it's a Colombian. I'll let you know. I do feel kind of a sense of kind of loyalty to Asda, even though they have brought the milestone missions back. I just know that I'm going to finish them all before the next round starts. That's my biggest beef with the Asda Rewards app. It doesn't know what it wants to be. These milestone missions disappeared for a fair few weeks, and you got nothing, and then all of a sudden, everything on like rollback, buy two, get pound off, that kind of thing, that adds up, and then like nothing for weeks, and suddenly, we're putting £5 in your cash pot for being a loyal customer. And then now and again, if you use Scan and Go, which obviously you get home delivery, you occasionally get an email to do a survey. And at the end, it says, "Would you like to win £1,000? Would you like to be in our prize draw?" Of course, I won square root of jack with that. And then they did this one thing where there'd be like a lucky dip prize, like a Christmas, like a box. Obviously, a emoji type box, Christmas box, wrapping you tapped it, or an egg or something, and you might win a prize. You might win 10p in your cash pot, or sorry, try again next time. Oh, that smells rather organic. That's the kind of smell that Gusher says. Your farts. What are you eating? Smells like shite. So before I go upstairs for a power nap, before I take her to that shithole, I'm going to have a quick butcher's at Sainsbury's.